All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1017, Allen case. Judge, both parties have been sworn.
Thank you. Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mrs. Allen or Miss Allen?
It's Mrs. still.
Mrs. Okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my husband and I have been separated for 5 months.
Okay.
And now I have filed for divorce. He has started seeing someone else, and I would like back pay for our son. He is 12 years old.
Okay. Do you want back pay because he's seeing someone else?
Well, because he is supporting somebody else. He's no longer in our home. Okay. And I would like to have back pay and start paying child support for our son, that he is living with me.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're not, you want back pay for the child, right? Not necessarily because he's moved on.
Yes.
Okay. Since he left, has he given you any type of support?
Yes.
Okay. How much?
About 600.
600 each month?
Money orders every month, ma'am.
Okay. Money orders? Okay, good.
The courtroom is buzzing as the judge calls for order. Mrs. Allen steps forward, ready to state her case. She reveals that she and her husband have been living separately for 5 months, and now she's officially filing for divorce. But that's not all. She claims her husband has moved on with someone new, and she's demanding financial support, including back pay, to help care for their 12-year-old son. The judge doesn't hesitate to dig deeper, questioning whether her demand stems from her husband's new relationship, but Mrs. Allen stands firm. This isn't about emotions, it's about responsibility. She argues that he hasn't been contributing to their household, and it's time for him to fulfill his obligations as a father. This case isn't just about money, it's about accountability, co-parenting, and what happens when two people must navigate life after separation. The stakes are high, and the outcome? Well, we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out.
And it looks like you turned those in to me. Okay. So you want child support and back pay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. And what do you have to say about that?
I don't think I need to give back pay. It's like we just had mentioned. I've been giving her $600 every month in money orders. Plus I take care of the insurance.
Okay, and how much is the insurance exactly?
Insurance is $109.
Okay, and I like that you came prepared with your notes and stuff. You don't see too many people come to court with their documents, so that's good. So about this significant other, do you believe that that's the reason you're being brought to court now?
Yes, completely.
Okay, is there a story behind that? Like, did they have an argument, a disagreement?
Well, they don't like each other.
I mean, obviously.
Well, thing is that she's a yoga instructor.
Okay.
And she works, she does her yoga. And the woman I'm seeing now actually is a former student of hers.
Oh, so you know her.
Mrs. Allen lays out her argument with precision. She explains that her husband has been sending her $600 a month via money orders and covering their son's health insurance. But in her eyes, that's simply not enough. She's pushing for back pay and official child support to ensure their son's well-being is fully covered. The judge leans in, cutting straight to the point. Is this about financial support, or is it fueled by her husband's new relationship? That's when Mrs. Allen drops a bombshell. His new partner used to be her student. The revelation adds a whole new layer of tension to the case, and you can almost feel the room shift. While the judge listens intently, there's no missing the emotional weight behind Mrs. Allen's frustration. This case isn't just about numbers, it's about family, fairness, and the complicated emotions that come with moving on. With stakes this high, every word in that courtroom matters.
Knew her.
You knew her?
Yes.
Were you guys friends?
She was an acquaintance that I'd help her, took her under my wing. She's younger, she's 20 years younger than me.
And you're mad about that?
I'm not happy about it. I mean, wouldn't you be? I mean, what do you expect, you know?
Well, me personally, you know, this has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, this caught me off guard. I do focus myself a lot at work. He he's upset 'cause I'm hardly focusing on him. So I guess that's why he's decided to find somebody else.
She's focused on her work and not on me and her son. And that's the reason why we're having issues now.
Okay. And that's the reason, obviously, why you guys are split and you're with someone else.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Based on your financial documents that you provided, it looks like you own an accounting firm. You make about $85,000 a year?
Correct.
Okay. And health insurance, you said, who covers that?
I do.
How much is that?
$109 a month.
Okay. So, what we are going to do...
Now it's the husband's turn to take the stand. He firmly defends himself, stating that he's been consistently sending $600 a month and covering their son's health insurance. In his mind, that should be enough, so why the demand for back pay? But the judge isn't letting this slide. She digs into the numbers and uncovers a key detail. He owns an accounting firm and pulls in $85,000 a year. That changes everything. She lays it out clearly. Based on his income, his required child support is higher than what he's been giving. The realization hits hard. The husband, clearly caught off guard, processes the judge's calculations. The tension in the room thickens as she makes one thing clear. While he has been contributing, it's still not meeting the legal standard. At this moment, the case takes a sharp turn, with the judge's firm stance clashing against the husband's. Growing understanding that he'll have to step up.
Is calculate your child support. And the way that it works is whatever the calculation comes out to, if there is a difference, then the back pay would be, what you've already paid would be a credit towards that. So you wouldn't necessarily get the full amount of what the back pay should be. And you shouldn't expect it because he has proof that he's giving you money and you actually agreed that he's been giving you money. So based on your $85,000 a year, I have your gross at $6,974. Net comes out to $5,493.29. And I gave you credit for your medical, the 109 that you carry for the child, and that's for the child only, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I gave you credit for that. So that brings your child support obligation, well, not the full amount, but it's $1,098.60. Okay? $1,098.60. And when you multiply that by 5 months,
The judge doesn't waste any time delivering her verdict. She rules that the husband's official child support obligation is set at $1,098.60 per month, a significant jump from what he had been paying. On top of that, he owes $2,193 in back pay, with his previous $600 contributions already factored in. To settle the debt, he'll need to add $150 per month in interest until the balance is cleared. A flicker of frustration crosses the husband's face, but he nods in acceptance. The judge, unwavering, reinforces her point. Child support isn't about personal feelings or past relationships. It's about legal responsibility. With that, the case is closed, leaving no room for debate. The final ruling makes it clear. When it comes to supporting a child, the numbers don't lie and obligations must be met, no matter how complicated the situation may be.
back pay comes out to $5,493, giving you credit for what you've paid. You said $600?
Yes.
Okay, so $600 times 5 for the past 5 months would be $3,000. That's what you get a credit for. So when you apply the credit to the $5,493, it comes out to $2,493 that's remaining for back pay. So the way that we kind of make sure you pay that over time, you want to cover the interest on the amount each month.
Okay.
So you can do about $149 would be interest if you do like 6% interest every month, which is what the state is entitled to. So about $150 a month would cover the interest, and you would add that to the monthly child support obligation. So that would make your full monthly child support obligation of $1,248.
Okay. But
And once that $2,493 is paid in full, the amount will go back down to the $1,098.60.
Okay, but why do I need to pay back pay? I mean, I've been giving her money. I think the 600 was sufficient.
Well, technically, it is good that you did give her money, but your child support obligation based on what you make comes out to about $400 more than that. So you were short. Had you been giving her $1,000 a month, it would have probably covered it minus maybe $100 or something like that. But yeah, that's the reason why you have back pay owed. But you did get a credit for the $600 that you did give her for the past 5 months. Okay. Do you all have any other questions? Anything else we need to discuss here today? Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed. You're welcome.
Now, let's break this down from a legal standpoint. This case sheds light on the complexities of child support and back pay, particularly when payments have been made informally. A legal expert explains that child support is based on income, and while informal contributions help, they don't replace a formal agreement. In this case, the husband's $600 monthly payments were taken into account, reducing his back pay total. However, without a court-ordered arrangement, disputes like this are almost inevitable. The key takeaway? Understanding. Legal obligations is crucial, and having a formal child support agreement can help avoid unnecessary conflicts. As the video wraps up, viewers are encouraged to share their thoughts and experiences in the comments. Want more legal insights? Hit that subscribe button and stay informed. This case is a strong reminder that when it comes to financial responsibilities, clarity and legal backing make all the difference.
I just want to go over what you all witnessed in the Allen case. Now, this case is a bit complex because in addition to child support, we're also talking about back pay as well as giving credit for child support that had already been paid to mom. Dad, in this case, Dad's child support was calculated. Child support kind of came up short, so the difference was his back pay. He received credit for the amount that he did give mom, which you heard in the amount of $3,000. Child support is set like that, and it's that simple.